Hi, everyone. This is Mrs. Nelson. Welcome to day one of virtual learning. Obviously, this is for Honors Algebra 2. I'm going to kind of take you through just some basics of things that you need to know, where to go for certain aspects of your daily lessons. I wanted you to kind of see me face to face. I know a lot of you don't know me, so I'll tell you a little bit about myself, and then we'll kind of go through logistically what you need to know. So a few fun facts about me. I live in Milwaukee, so if you hear like airplane noises and stuff like that, that's because I live really close to the airport, so just be mindful of that. I love drinking coffee. I'm looking forward to some warmer weather so I can go ride my bike. So those are just a couple of things about me. I love playing softball. I'm really hopeful that this year I'll get the opportunity to still play. And yeah, so there's a lot of, I'm sure, things that we'll get to know about each other. Even though I know that it's going to be a little bit harder to do, we'll still have opportunities for you to tell us about yourself so we can kind of connect on not just screen to screen, but just try to get to know each other on a more personal level. Mrs. Vogel, I'm sure a lot of you know, maybe had her first trimester or second trimester for your A portion of the class. Her and I will both be collaborating and creating things together. So just be prepared for some videos that she created, some that I created, and we're really just trying to work together as like a larger team to help you be successful and help us kind of navigate through this time. So I'm going to kind of take you through the first main feature, which you'll get some information, and I'm sure, as it says, a lot of you have already joined, so kudos for you, or kudos to you. So I'm going to just kind of talk through what the expectations are, where to access some information, and then we'll talk about where the videos will be posted and kind of go from there. So first things first, you need to join the Google Classroom, which an email would have been sent to your school email account. So you can access that, would have provided the code. And I'll kind of make myself a little bit smaller here so you can see. So this is our page. Obviously it's blank right now. There isn't a whole lot going on, but in the stream, which I'm sure you're familiar with Google Classroom at this point, but in the stream is where you're going to find maybe just some announcements or just some things that aren't connected to a specific topic. Those will be posted there. So that's just more so going to update you like day to day. Where you would need to go for the main bulk of your information is classwork. So you'd want to click on classwork. And right now I only have the first 2 weeks. I don't want to overwhelm with information. I will be scheduling daily posts. So it will post sometime in the morning before you're ready to get started. So as you can see, week 1 is March 30th to April 3rd. So I will have day-to-day assignments for you to complete within each of those assignments. And I don't have one for you to see, but within those assignments, there will typically be a video that you need to access, potential practice questions that you can try on your own, some additional practice that can either be found, whether it's an attached PDF document or some problems from your textbook. Just kind of look at the wording. If it's from your textbook, please make sure that you're checking your answers in the back of the textbook. And if it's a worksheet, we'll provide those answers to you. The final expectation is that you are completing the Google form, and that is our way of holding you accountable to do the work, and will just kind of give us feedback, and it will also provide you some feedback with how you're doing with the daily lessons. So please make sure that you're completing those, and there will be reminders for you to do so as well. Other things to note, again, within the assignment, there will be, if it's a day where we're providing a video, there will be a video link for something, a YouTube link, and we found that this was the best way for all students to have access to this. So here's just an example of one of the videos. I would just obviously advise you to play your video on full screen. And then the other thing to look out for is the settings key. So if you go to quality, you will want to pick the top quality that you can so that the video then will play and that it will be as clear as possible. So just look out for that. Look out for the gear setting. And then if you want to play full screen, you have that option to do so. So that'll be kind of a main feature of majority of our lessons will be a video that either myself or Mrs. Vogel did. And then there will be an opportunity for you to do some of your own practice. And then if you are ready, at any point you can take the Google form, and typically those will be around 4 questions. The next thing I want to draw your attention to is the question document. So this will be posted somewhere up on the top here, just as kind of a non-week item, just as something that generally you will need to access. So if at any point you run into a question, obviously I'm available for questions via email, but this is just kind of a good way for us to build a community even within our more individualized settings. So this will be at the top. It's going to be something that all students can edit. So just please be mindful of other people. Please use appropriate language, be respectful. I do have access to the revision history. So if there is an issue, I have access to that. So if you need to bring something to my attention, please feel free to do so. There's a template that I would like you to use when you're forming a question, and it can either be a technology or math question. Please indicate what the date and the time is so I know what lesson it likely is from, and then actually pose your question. And then if, let's say, you are accessing this document and you happen to see a student has a question and you want to be kind of a part of that community and you want to help answer that question, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, I will try to update and answer your questions to the best of my ability on this document. If I start to notice some common questions that are reoccurring, I will maybe provide a video or some type of alternate explanation, especially if it's something that majority of people are having a hard time with. Obviously, this is a new experience for all of us. If you have any feedback or any suggestions of things that are working for you or not working for you, there will be opportunities for you to include that information with us as well. And just know that both Mrs. Vogel and I are really eager to help you kind of work through this. Please feel free, open communication. Again, I know we haven't had as much contact with each other and we are not as familiar with each other, but I'm hopeful that within these next few weeks that we'll get to know each other and be able to kind of work through this in the best way that we can. So please let me know if you have any questions. I'm looking forward to starting things off tomorrow. And I hope everybody is well, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I will touch base with you tomorrow. So have a great day.